Italy is a place that deserves to be visited, in my opinion, if you are in look for variety. If you're looking for different landscapes, if you're looking for different kind of people, how they look, how they dress, and if you're looking for different type of food. You can choose to travel to the mountains or to the sea, and you can find them in a short distance. The best way to travel in Italy, in my opinion, is to use a car or to use the train. We have now a modern network of trains, and it is really worthwhile to try them. You can move from, I have just mentioned the sea and the mountains, but what is important, we have art cities and historic cities. These are the places where tourists from abroad like to go the most. We have relations with Qatar since the independence of Qatar, and we opened an embassy here in 1992, as the Qatari did in Rome. Since then, we had a lot of exchange of visits, we signed the most important agreements, and we developed a good volume of trade. Actually, in these years, the trade between our export has been around 1 billion, whereas since 2009, we started importing Qatari natural gas. You know that Italy is supposed to be exporting food and clothes and sports car. We do that, but we mainly export machinery. And our machinery is very popular in Qatar. Our community has been growing very fast. According to our figures, in 2006, 10 years ago, there were 100 Italians living in Qatar. Now we have much more than 2,000. This is thanks to the start of the projects that are part of Qatar National Vision, thanks to the start of projects that are part of Qatar World Cup. We have many companies involved both in the Vision 2030 and in World Cup 2022. A lot of Italians are working here in these fields. We are very proud of our community because they are showing to this country how they work, how they solve problems, how they put creativity into solving problems, which is something that we think we can show to the world.
In 20 years, I traveling a lot with the Italian team everywhere in the world, and I meet before, some shooters from Qatar. And the first one I meet the Qatari shooter in 1994 in Italy for World Championship. And the first time we meet with them, and we ask, but where is Qatar? And then, slowly, because they come every competition, and we come friendly with the Qatar team. 2005, I received a proposal to come in Qatar for coaching. And the first time, I came here, I think I like this country. I like it because, the people is very nice and very friendly. And I think this is good country to live. I have 44 years experience, and I would like to transfer all my experience, to trap shooting team in Qatar. Hi, Ahmed.
Hello, Alberto.
How are you? Okay.
Hi, thank you.
What about you?
Good. Everything's good?
Good. Everything good.
Everything is running good. Good, perfect. Is Angela there?
Yeah, Angelo is there.
Okay, I'm going to see him.
Okay,
to
I will go inside to my wife. See you
Okay,
later.
see you there.
Okay,
See you
bye-bye.
there. See you there. يلا. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام مرحبا.
خير.
شلونك ابو ناصر؟
حالك يا انجلو؟
طيب والله.
كيف حالك؟
الحمد لله.
عساك طيب؟
والله
شو اخبارك؟ يعطيك العافيه الله يسلمك. معرفتي بالوالد والوالده كانت ال 94.
ما شاء الله.
ال 94 طبعا ذيك الساعه انت امك وابوك يمكن توهم لهم سنه متزوجين.
صح.
وفي ذيك الفتره كان ارتيادنا كرماة للبطوله تواجهت وياهم. طبعا امك كانت غير يعني غير الوجه اللي انا اشوفه الحين وابوك كان واحد ثاني يعني.
Me and my mother came in 2009 and at that time I came with very little knowledge of the country. Although I came before to visit my dad, obviously, I didn't know a lot how the life was in this country. During school, I got the opportunity to learn Arabic. After that, most of my friends are Qataris, and spending time with them and talking to them in Arabic makes it a lot easier to understand and to grow the knowledge of a language. And in the shooting range, you come to contact very much with locals. And that also made me have like a very positive and very wide view of the country.
Indeed, the fact of living in strict contact with the locals is something that we appreciate. And we appreciate it from the very beginning. When we came, we had the chance of knowing already the people then after I had to work with. So when I've been recruited by the Olympic Committee through Qatar Shooting and Archery Association as a club manager, I couldn't be more happy because I knew the people before. I was always been involved in shooting sports, so I met the athletes of Qatar around the world during the international competition. I knew the people, and I could decide that the move was a good decision. By the way, Ahmed, I know you like Italian food very much, so it's our pleasure to invite you to a dinner. We will see some Italian friends, and you will have some really Italian pasta.
Okay, for the project DH34, we have to prepare the material boards. This is what, the last?
Yes.
What, the layout? Interior decoration is our family business. It all started in the 20s when my grandmother purchased a shop in the high-end street, which is Via del Corso, in the center of Rome. And from there on, it's always been part of the family. How we come to Qatar, it all started in the 70s, late 70s. The shop in Rome was welcoming a lot of visitors from abroad. And so my mother started traveling between Africa, in Nigeria, in the Middle East, in Iran, and then also in Qatar and Dubai. My stepfather at the time was part also of the business, and he decided to take the challenge. So in 1977, he came over to Qatar and established his company. I came to Qatar in the year 2000, and from there onwards I'm here, so now it's 16 years. And we are taking care of the activity of interior decoration to develop projects of really high end. And the opportunities in terms of kind of project that were given to us was really amazing. Things that in Italy it couldn't be done because, of course, of the situation. Here it's a country under strong development, and the sizes also of the houses, if we are talking residentials, are quite big. So that was the most interesting part. So looking at the perspective of interior decoration from a totally different angle. When I came to Qatar, I also established another company in a totally different field, which is food business. We thought that there was a great opportunity at that time, and so far it seems to be very good. Italian products are more and more appreciated. The local companies, most of the companies in Qatar is composed of a multicultural ambience. So we have a lot of nationalities. And this is interesting because you see the point of view of everybody, which brings, when it's motivated, brings this experience into the business. Of course, you have to be very patient sometimes because mentality and approach is different, but if you see it from the positive point of view, it's definitely an enrichment. I'm here in Doha with my family. I actually met my wife in Doha in the Italian embassy reception 14 years ago. And we have 2 daughters. We always stayed in one neighborhood, which is Al Mamura. We rather stay in a very local environment. Since 2000, we always stay in that area. And we enjoy because we share also sort of friendship with our front and side neighbors, which are Qataris.
Benissimo.
Ciao Clara. Biscotto? Ah, dov'è mamma?
Oh, ecco che
Ciao
arriva.
Gianfri. Com'è andata?
Lavoro?
Tutto ok?
Benissimo, perfetto.
Ciao ragazze.
Ciao mami. Ciao
Ci sono tutti?
C'è papà? Hai dato bacino a papà?
Sì, me l'ha dato,
Te l'ha dato? Puoi venire dalla mamma?
Che programma avete?
Facciamo un po' di pasta.
Evviva!
La
Vieni.
pasta?
Sì.
Facciamo la
Io
pasta.
no.
Vuoi fare la pasta?
no,
Io no.
Facciamo la pasta?
Papi,
Dai.
non la fai con noi, non la mangi.
No, io poi la mangio.
Opla.
non c'è problema.
Oh, no.
Sì.
No.
Va bene.
Andiamo.
Mami, quale pasta facciamo?
Facciamo le tagliatelle. Clara, sit down. Sit.
Now, don't make a
Very
mess
good.
now. We're not
Now,
making a mess now.
the 2 of you,
Yes.
you take the flour with the spoon and you put it here until it reaches half kilo. وصلت في الدوحة اليوم 16 مايو 2004 لأعمل لمدة معينة لمدة مؤقتة في السفارة الإيطالية وبعد أسبوعين قابلت زوجي وبعد 3 شهور تزوجنا أنا أحب جدا اللغة العربية والثقافة العربية ودرست اللغة العربية الفصحى في الكلية اللغة العربية لغير الناطقين في جامعة الفتح في ليبيا وفي الدولة الإسلامية. عمل والدي نص حياته في بلاد عربية وهذا كيف قعدت في الحب اللغة العربية. That's a good thing to cut off my Arabic speaking, which is اللي ما يعرف السكر يشوي, which means who doesn't know the falcon would fry, would grill it. So this means that I should stop speaking Arabic now and do more pasta. So I met my husband, this handsome Italian man, at the Italian National Day party, so much that the Italian National Day on the 2nd of June is still considered in our family our anniversary. And now we have been together for 12 years and we have 2 amazing girls. Giulia was born in Italy, but I brought her to Qatar when she was 20 days old. Instead, Clara is made in Qatar, 100%. Mia bil mia, made in Qatar. When I first came to Qatar, I was still a student at university. And then I did a bit of freelancing and while keeping on studying. And then I fell in love with a philosophy which is called corporate social responsibility, مسؤولية الاجتماعية للشركات in Arabic. And I was very lucky to have the opportunity of working in a national project in social responsibility. And then I switched to the private sector. And I've been working in the energy sector since 8 years now, approximately. To me, Qatar is home. Doha has been home for 12 years. 12 years is a third of my life. So I have lived longer in Qatar than in Italy now. Qatar in general has been very generous to me. It gave me opportunities to work and to learn and to study and to live safely with my family. I've been happy to meet amazing people. Qatar being a cultural melting pot allows you to meet such a diversity, such diverse, interesting people from different cultures. And then another big gift of Qatar is that it prizes goodwill. Regardless of the age, regardless of where you come from, it gives you opportunity if you're able to pick them up. So Giulia, how is it for you living in Doha?
It is nice. I have lots of friends.
You have friends which come from England, from
Brazil,
Egypt, from Australia, from Costa Rica, from South Africa,
Brazil,
Spain, Germany. You are a very lucky girl because it's not easy to find people from so many different nationalities in one place. You're a very lucky girl. So we are making pasta, first of all, because we are Italians and we make pasta by ourselves. So this is a thing we pride of. Second, because we're very lucky and honored to have the ambassador and a family of friends coming over for dinner. So Ahmed, it's really nice to have you here. We have a celebrity at the table tonight.
This is my pleasure to be here.
No, it's our pleasure. You need to tell us something about your life, your training. What are you planning to do now?
We have another competitions, like army competition now that started. But our life with this is gentleman here is it's long life. It's not means short life.
So you've been friends for a long time?
Long times. It's not 1994. It was
1994.
Yeah, the very first Qatari we met.
وسمعت بحد الشباب تحدث بالقطري جيدا 200%.
أنجلو
ما
شاء الله أنجلو يتكلم العربي ممتاز. يمكن حتى مش علشان إني أنا قطري لا هو تعلم مع شباب اللهجة والدائلة العربي معه.
يوم جيت الدوحة ما عرفت ولا عربي ولا إنجليزي بس اللغة الإيطالية.
نعم.
فكرت نفسي لازم أتعلم اللغة لازم أفهم مع الناس. ويوم بدأت المدرسة أكيد درست بالإنجليزي ودرست يعني بعد 4 سنين اللغة العربية.
I invite him to my Nasser weddings. It was my first son, his marriage. So I invite them to come in there. It's Italian people يعني. They have to بنطلونين قميص ما في. لا غترة وعقال. والله. Angelo, we are Roberto. غترة وعقال. Everybody kiss him in the nose. Roberto, he's between them, you know. Yeah. Nobody know him because Roberto using ثوب انغطروا عقال. Nobody knows he's Italian or what he's
Really?
Nobody.
So everyone kissed him from ashore. You never know.
هذا كان حالك, you know. Who's this?
But I can tell you a story on that. 3 years ago, in 2014, and I was there. And I was talking to some Italians who came to Doha for the first time. And he comes along the corridor dressed with thobe and perfect Qatari, sandals, everything. No? Then he gets near, you know, he's very tall, so he attracts the attention. Everybody was looking at this important Arab walking like a king in the corridor. And suddenly he sees me and he greets me, but not in Italian. He greets me in his own dialect, which is from Naples. And I can try to imitate Naples, and I answered him with my version of Neapolitan dialect, and the two Italians were they were not. How come a Qatari speaks in Naples dialect?
Or whatever language.
I would like to know about your experience here in Qatar. What do you think about Qatar? What are the positive aspects that did you get here in Qatar from your experience?
We feel at home by the time being. After so many years, Qatar is home. And once we will go back, personally, I think I will bring some extraordinary memories of so many nice people and relationships we had.
This is our culture and our religion. They say to us, this is, we have to take care of our neighbors. Even how that mean? This is our brothers, not my neighbors. So that's our opinion to feeling. Not mean to Italian, not mean to this one. No. Who's neighbors? I mean, whatever he is, nationalities, he's our guest. When we see him, this is our guest.
And another thing, the multinational environment, it's amazing how to cope with that. An example is what my elder daughter say. More than one time I asked her, oh, you met a new friend? Yeah, I met Hannah, and it was nice. And immediately I asked, it's natural for me, where she come from? She said, what? I don't know. Why I should ask?
What does it mean? What does it mean that should ask?
Why I should ask? And so something that for us, you know, is a constriction, is a constraint that is bad. But we need to know, where are you from? Who are you really? Yeah. And she doesn't question herself because, of course, she goes to a school that is, I don't know many nationalities, I think more than 50, 60 nationalities, so she doesn't bother. Yeah. And this is good to grow with this imprinting. I'm sure she will bring it along for her growth.
Yeah, it's an open-minded
the open mind approach is
a
everything.
great richness. Yeah.